Hello everyone, my name is Syed Tanzim Mubarrat. I'm a third year PhD student at Purdue University studying computer and information technology. Today I'll be presenting GeoBotsVR, a robotics learning game for beginners with hands-on learning simulation. Recently, interest in robotics education has increased as knowledge and skills in robotics can allow individuals to solve complex problems in various applications. Two major components of our robotic system are the electronic components and the programming aspects. It is very important to incorporate both these components together to provide learners with a holistic understanding of robotics. However, motivating individuals and increasing their interest in learning robotics is challenging due to the complex nature of electronics and programming concepts. In this regard, gamification can be a very promising approach as it has been found to engage students in technology-related fields. There are a lot of studies on gamified approaches towards programming learning, such as Scratch, Gidget, HackVR, and VROx. Similarly, many studies exist on gamified approaches towards electronics learning, such as Laboram and Master Engineer. On the contrary, very few examples of integrating electronics and programming for robotics learning exist. There are game-based contests combining the two aspects to teach students how to construct a robot. Also, there are digital game-based learning approaches for teaching programming, electronics, and robotics through multiple phases. However, these approaches focus more on the teaching aspect rather than the enjoyment component of gamified approaches and may be difficult to implement for individuals with little to no experience in these fields. In terms of mode of learning, VR has been found to have several crucial advantages. Its spatial navigation reduces the cognitive load during learning compared to traditional methods. Also, it provides a sense of self-presence and encourages more intuitive interaction with the content, improving overall learning outcomes. Therefore, I introduce GeoBots VR, an easily accessible and easy to play virtual reality game that combines elements of puzzle solving with robotics learning to provide an enjoyable experience to the players. Firstly, in the workshop, players can build and customize a two-wheeled mobile robot using various components, which is very easy to use for those with limited technical knowledge. It simulates hands-on robot building and modifications in an immersive virtual reality environment. Next, in the arcade, players can take the robot that they build or modify to solve various puzzles in a diverse range of environments. The main goal is to drive the robot from the start to the end point, avoiding illegal nodes and completing various objectives such as picking up objects and depositing them. The arcade provides enhanced embodiment through intuitive navigation and immersive robot driving. GeoBots VR features 9 different beautiful locations around the world with 3 different difficulty levels for the players to solve puzzles in. Each level is completely unique and procedurally generated using Distra's algorithm, providing an endless array of challenges for the players and increasing the game's replayability. Sometimes players may find some errors in their robots' electronic components or in the code. Then they can head over to the repair zone where they can repair the robot by solving randomly generated electronics and programming problems through hands-on manipulation. Featuring 27 different problems across the 3 difficulty levels, the repair zone allows the players to get familiar with some common issues in robot development with very simple and intuitive interactions. Immersive, replayable, and practical application-based, GeoBots VR addresses the gap in integrating robotics, electronics, and programming within a gamified framework for beginners. A crucial feature of GeoBots VR is the ability for players to use the robot that they constructed, modified, or repaired in actual gameplay, enhancing their interest and motivation in learning robotics. This game also provides unique learning opportunities compared to traditional educational modes. For example, players can get familiar with various electronics and programming concepts in the context of robotics by enrolling in a course-based structure in a physical classroom. On the other hand, in GeoBots VR, players can get the same experience in their leisure time without any added complexity of investing additional time and effort towards attending a class. In conclusion, GeoBots VR has the potential to be an accessible and enjoyable tool for individuals without prior technical knowledge to familiarize themselves with robotics. Lastly, I would like to thank my advisor Dr. Dominic Cao for contributing with idea conception, guidance, and funding. Also, this work was partially funded by the National Science Foundation. Thank you for your time and consideration.